Uh, it's always still funny recording stuff. Kind of been slacking recently, but we try our best, and that's all we can do. Man, just finished playing Dispatch recently, and what a fun and a great time. To be honest, what I've been really itching and wanting to talk about is, well, Dispatch. I talked about it all day at work today. Almost. Kind of, sort of. But I also, I listened to Charlie, so Penguin Zero, and Aaron Paul, uh, which is the main character from Dispatch. I watched them, like, sit there and talk, because Charlie posted a video about it, and it was super cool, super fun. These guys were just like sitting there talking about each other. Charlie's saying like, "Oh, I'm not like a really big like interviewer guy." I'm just like, I just start like talking about like stuff randomly or whatever, just a shot in the dark. Actually, he says, "Shoot your shit." That's what he does. He shoots his shit. So shoots his shot basically. And we always try and shoot our shot around here, right? And I kind of just want to talk about generally, what shooting your shot when it comes to life and taking chances. It's what I've been thinking about a lot recently, and just Dispatch also in general. It was just super inspiring just to sit here and listen to these guys talk. Not only was it funny, just talk about random stuff, aliens, what their hobbies have been recently, the actual game itself, um, and how they perceive it, and how it's been awesome, so much fun, and so cool. You know, uh, which one should I talk about first? I'm gonna talk. Let's start with the Dispatch first. This game is truly something special. Actually, remarkable. I sincerely hope that if you need something to play or something that has an amazing story about, if you want to know, being a better person, the main like theme and of playing this game is obviously a big thing about redemption, but also being a better person. You can, it's kind of like a Tall Tale-esque game. You can make the bad decisions and be a bad, not the best person, I would say. But I just, I think it's truly all inspiring for how, you know, the story that people, the writers, have made, and how much passion and love that was put into the game is genuinely so much fun to play and watch and make the decisions. And I made every decision based off of what I do and I feel, and it's just, I was thinking about the decision I made at the end of the game, like half of my day today, like almost all day, thinking like, did I make the right choice? You know, um, and I think it's really interesting and something notable. I was listening to Greg Doucette generally talk about this in some of his videos. You kind of won't know what you would do 100%, uh, unless you're put in like these certain situations, you know. Which you spin a little bit. People will probably do many things very differently if they were physically in that situation, right? You know, but I like to think, and I like to feel, and I like to do genuinely, whatever. I don't know why I've been saying those a lot. Those two words. But I like to do and stand by how I feel and what I say. So my decisions as playing Robert is what I would actually do, you know? And it was truly remarkable to see like the amount of emotion and what they were portraying from the story. You know, seeing this man bust down in tears, literally just like bust down. It was actually insane for how realistic I saw how there a certain scene where he would just bust down in tears, or seeing how some characters just felt numb at certain points, how they felt irredeemable. You know, there's there's so much. There's actually so much, and it's so phenomenal. What an amazing and great story. You know, I really do push anyone to actually play because I feel like you would get something out of it. Play or watch whatever, like you would actually get something out of it, and I think that's what a lot of people. I feel as though a lot of people do take many lessons and themes from the books, the the media, the shows, many things that we watch and consume on a daily basis, some music, whatever lesson or something that you feel like that you can learn. You know, some people, I feel like generally, I guess, that they take that to heart. I like to think that. I certainly do. You know, and playing this game, anyone would definitely take uh so many of just the amount of emotion and things that, oh God, like how what can I say to describe it, of like what all you go through and you have to do, and what these characters are feeling, you know. And one of the bigger one of the biggest things of my life, and what I've been what I felt like I've been doing for at least kind of, I guess, kind of years in a way, but something I've come to the realization in the past recent time and recent years is like just still striving to always be a better person and to better of course myself, but the ones around me in my life. And in a sense, I can't do that without the ones that I have close to me and the people around me. And you know, no matter what, I will strive to do better, just to make the world a better place, right? You know, and this has people who were villains, heinous. You know, they did awful shit, and now they're on a team trying to do better and change their lives. And it's really amazing and beautiful just to see. And certain specific characters, you know, go through just so much emotion, and it's beautiful. It's genuinely a beautiful thing to like watch and to see, you know. And obviously, your decisions kind of curve and change what happens in the story, you know. But what else can I really say? You know, the game is genuinely amazing. I hope whoever watches and listens to the Yap that you do play it and you do watch it, because I believe you can really take something from it. You know, obviously I'm taking kind of like all these things from it, you know, and I'm going to use this to better myself and the ones around me. Oh, there's a cop car. You know, but I try to do this no matter what throughout my life, and interaction with another person on the daily. When I'm watching a game, a movie, when I'm playing the game, a movie, a show, when I'm reading something, you know, I try and I take something from this. What can I learn, and how can I apply it to my life? And you know, something that I felt I've been applying a lot is in terms of my life is doing good, doing good, and spreading that good and the love to other people. You know, I always try and smile on the daily and spread this joy and happiness to others. You know, not everything's always peachy, and that's okay. You know, there's sometimes only you can only do so much. But you know, I'll be damned if I won't try my best, no matter what. And the best ain't always good. That's how it is. But I still always try, and I care and love. I've been I feel like more than now than ever in my life, I have more drive and passion and ambition, and I love that for myself. I feel so happy, and I look at everybody now, and I just smile. I'm happy. I love seeing these people. You know, sometimes you want to be left alone. I get that, but honestly, like when I go throughout my day, I talk, I see the people, I feel so much more open and kind, and I just try and spread it because I no matter what, I believe most people are good. You know, let me I'm trying to like stay away from spoilers too, but for a spoiler, it's something that at the end of the game, you have to make a decision with the main baddie of either ending his life or sparing him. You know, and my at first, like at a certain point in the story, a character Chase asks you, "What are you gonna do when you see him? When you see Shroud? Gonna end his life? Are you gonna spare him? What are you gonna do?" I said, "I don't know," because, uh, I've been raised to. I feel like I was raised to do good and to spread love. And I was definitely, I don't know, just throughout. I remember just always growing up and looking at other people and having just a form of love for and careness that and niceness. I'm just like I love all these people that I interact with on the daily, or that I meet, and I love listening and learning from every individual in my life. I can gain something. You know, uh, and but something at the end of the game, you had to spare or kill him. I I spared the man, and I don't love or like or take any satisfaction out of hurting other people. I genuinely do not. I love all people. You know, some Superman type shit. I'm on the Thorfinn route in life, but I, in all reality, I genuinely feel like and love to help and spread this love to other people, and that anyone can be redeemed. And it's really hard to kind of say that because I've at many times I feel like there's some things and many heinous things where there's no redemption, just bye, you know. But it's definitely something really tough to kind of just stand by, and I really do understand it for how people would give in uh, to that emotion and why they see it's very logical to just unalive, get rid of someone, you know. But I truly believe like all people are beautiful in their own way. There's something that you can gain from any individual, and no matter my honest, I stand by it now. No, and die on this hill. Anyone can be redeemed, and anyone can do good, and they can change. And it's very hard for that to happen to people. It was honestly the game kind of shoved this in my head even more of like of redemption and how people can be redeemed. There's so many other things about redemption and media or whatever, that shows this message that people can be redeemed. And I love that. At a time I felt very preemptively judged in my life, and I feel like many people deserve a second chance, or however many times. It don't matter. You know, people change. People change over time. It could be over months, years, even days, at however long, you're not the same person as you were the day prior, a week prior, whatever. You change and you develop over time. No one's the same, you know, and character development. And I think it's very disingenuous for people just to not think that people, you're just the same. You're this, you're that. No, there's more to every living person than what you just see and look at every day. I feel like, and I sense it amongst the people I interact with, whether that's on the daily or throughout, like whenever I'm going out in life and interacting with other people. Like I know there's more. They have a family. They have this. They have many things going on. I see so many people. I talk about my dreams and my ambitions, and everyone, pretty much everyone, loves to support and spread that happiness and wants others to succeed. Spreading information, helping out, showing that, and just wanting to be like, you got it. You can make it. It's very scary thinking of like what's gonna happen. I come from struggles of damn, I'm getting choked up. Not everyone has the most smooth sailing, easiest life. And everyone can amount, and I believe yeah, you you can achieve your dreams. You just sometimes you do have to take that chance. I'm sitting here, I'm making content, recording some stuff, live streaming. It's kind of been like a pretty fun hobby. Still do gym stuff. Randomly just taking a shot. Taking a shot whether you can go get a new job, start a new hobby, go talk to that girl, that guy, starting to go to college, and taking that shot can open up so many doors in life. It's really scary to take those chances and to do new things. I feel that I very well feel that. But I truly believe that there's more to every. This isn't very linear conversation. But I genuinely do believe there's more to everyone in life. Everyone has dreams, hopes, and ambitions, and I feel like I see good in almost everyone I interact with. I do see good in how people do genuinely care, even though it might not seem like it at times. That might be brash, brush you off, whatever, insult you, but there's always more to each individual, and I truly believe people deserve a second chance. Even though, no matter how heinous it is, and I truly do understand why sometimes people don't believe in redemption, honestly. But, I get it. I do. But people could change, and people can be better. If, I didn't kill Shroud. I didn't kill him. And if I was to, then that kind of puts me on their own level. Batman type shit. Am I not basically just I'm giving in and doing something as heinous? I truly don't believe, and I don't want to see someone just disappear. And we can shoot and strive to change individuals. And I feel like standing on the hill of where people can be redeemed and people can change, and you have hope and you strive to spread this hope and this love to everyone, genuinely just keeping this up, you know, it'll change. It'll change your environment. Someone today uh, said something that, well, I mean, I'm sitting here like going through, like just finishing this game, all this stuff, and he said, "Be the change." I believe he said, "Be the change that you want to be," or if you, hang on, let me actually get that real quick. He said, "Be the change that you want to see," and that's a beautiful statement to try and embody. If you want to do good and to spread good, then do it. There's no reason to be an asshole. There's really not. If you have something hateful to say, don't say it. We learned this in like kindergarten, did we not? If you got something mean to say, don't say it. You don't want it to be said back to you. Here you go, right? You know, but yeah, anyways, this game, it's phenomenal. It's beautiful. And it just inspires me to just to shoot and to strive to be better than I was the previous day. People, moral of the story, people deserve a second chance. You know, people deserve a second chance. Believe in what you stand for. Spread love and happiness to the others in your life and the people you meet. Have that positive mindset. You know, it's hard. It's hard at times. I have no direction in this video at all. I'm probably actually gonna upload it raw. And if someone listens to it, maybe whoever. Actually, Kevin Levrone said this. What you do might be an inspiration to someone else, and if I can inspire someone, that's something I take pride in. But that's that's I think that's enough for my yap. Shooting your shot in life, no matter what you're trying to achieve. Believing that there's good in everyone that you meet and see. And spreading this love, the serotonin, to everyone. Absorb these lessons from all these people that you meet and things that we consume in terms of media or whatever. You know, take the good, of course, take the bad, and you know, try and just learn and develop and live to be better, be a better person. What a great game! I feel so happy. What an awesome! It was just an awesome experience. This is my app. I hope everyone has a good day. See ya.